Have you ever wondered why Wednesday Addams is tormented by dark and uncontrollable visions? The answer is not a simple gift, but a cursed blood inheritance, an echo of a centuries-old tragedy that connects her to an ancestor hunted for witchcraft. The power that defines her could also be her ruin, and the truth behind it is more sinister than any monster she has ever faced. Hey clickers, subscribe with the bell activated. Comment with the content you want to see on the channel, share this video to help us grow, and leave your hype, it helps us a lot. The enigmatic figure of the young Addams has always been shrouded in an aura of mystery and peculiarity, but the introduction of her psychic abilities brought a new layer of complexity to the character. Contrary to what many might think, this facet of her powers is not a recent invention, although it was prominently explored in the 2022 Netflix series. The seeds of her premonitory capabilities were planted long before, albeit subtly, in the various incarnations of the Addams family over the decades. Since her first appearances in Charles Addams's cartoons in the 1930s, the girl showed an affinity for the macabre and a sharp intuition that set her apart, foreshadowing the abilities that would be fully developed later. The 1960s television series and the 1990s films, although not explicitly focused on visions, showed a character with an extraordinary perception and an almost supernatural connection to danger and the occult. She predicted disasters with a disturbing calm and possessed a knowledge of dark events that went beyond the comprehension of an ordinary child. They were small glimpses, hints of a latent power waiting for the right moment to manifest in a more concrete and overwhelming way. It was her Gothic nature and family heritage that justified this unusual intuition, a sensitivity to the darker side of existence. The definitive and most detailed explanation for the protagonist's visions comes with the revelation of her lineage. The narrative establishes that her abilities are a genetic inheritance, passed down through the women of the Addams family. Her mother, Morticia, also has visions, though hers are of a more positive and optimistic nature, creating an interesting contrast with her daughter's dark and often violent premonitions. This duality suggests that the nature of the visions is intrinsically linked to the personality and emotional state of the one who possesses them. While Morticia represents the light within the family's darkness, her descendant embodies the darkness itself, making her visions a reflection of her tormented and melancholic soul. The crucial point to understanding the origin of these powers goes back to a distant ancestor, Goody Addams, who lived in the 17th century. Goody was a powerful seer, a witch who was persecuted and condemned during the witch hunts in colonial America. She used her powers to protect the outcasts, but ended up being a victim of intolerance and fear. Wednesday's visions are therefore a direct legacy from Goody, a blood connection that spans centuries. However, this inheritance is not just a gift, but also a curse. The visions are described as uncontrollable, unpredictable, and often painful, manifesting as psychic convulsions that leave her vulnerable. The nature of her visions is classified as being that of a raven, as opposed to doves like her mother. Ravens are seers who draw their power from negative emotions and the dark side of the psyche, which makes them more prone to being consumed by madness if they do not learn to master their abilities. This dichotomy establishes an internal conflict for the young woman, who must fight not only against the external threats her visions reveal, but also against the darkness that resides within herself. The main challenge for her is to learn to control this raw power, to navigate the terrifying images without losing her sanity and her identity. Throughout her appearances, we see the evolution of these abilities. Initially, they are sporadic and confusing flashes, triggered by physical touch with objects or people. Over time, she begins to have more control, managing, at certain moments, to induce the visions and interpret their meanings. This journey of self-knowledge and mastery is fundamental to the character's development. She goes from being a passive victim of her premonitions to an active agent who uses them as a tool to solve mysteries, protect her friends, and face her enemies. The serious-faced girl learns that her power, despite being dangerous, is also her greatest weapon. The connection with Goody Addams is not just genetic. At crucial moments, the spirit of her ancestor appears to guide her, offering advice and strength, showing that she is not alone on her journey. It is the acceptance of her heritage with all its pain and power that allows the protagonist to finally embrace who she is completely. So, did you enjoy uncovering the secrets behind Wednesday's powers? Her journey is full of mysteries and twists, and there is still much to explore. We want to know your opinion. What do you think the future holds for her visions? Leave your comment below. We would love to read and discuss your theories. Do not forget to leave a like to support the channel and share with your friends who are also fans of the Addams universe. Your interaction is what drives us to bring more content like this. Thanks!
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret.